Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the performance of the TEQ transforming Buu, good, evil, exchange, whatever you want to call him, and how he does in the Omega Shenron event. Now, obviously the big questions around the int phase, how good does Buu do during the int phase, how strong is Buu during the int phase, and of course, how does he do against a super? Now, all of that's going to be answered. He does great, by the way. Buu is one of those units where, with the 70% damage reduction, you're kind of bordering on the lines of, too high damage reduction to fail. And especially after super, Buu's defense is in a good position, in a really solid space. And, for me, what then happens is you're looking at Buu really being a unit that is, I don't want to say transitional or anything, but is really good between phases, because he now has 70% damage reduction all the time, right? Especially when, you need a margin power category unit, but we now have quite a few good solid options, but you've got 70% damage reduction all the time. So Buu is, generally speaking, quite solid all the time. And what that means is whereas with other tanks or units, you have a lot of, oh, okay, I need to be careful about this phase because he could be hit by this type disadvantage attack, or I need to be careful about this phase because he needs to build up a little bit more, or I need to be careful about the health requirement. As long as you got the margin power thing down, Buu tends to tank pretty much everything the same. You're going to see him tank the Omega Shenron for 230k. That's a 1.8 million super attack that's being augmented by type advantage, because remember, he has no guard and he's tanking it more than fine. Because the thing is with him is obviously he's reducing that damage so much from his 70% damage reduction. Now, the big thing with Buu, I would say, that I do notice is until he gets to his super Buu form, so that is the pink Buu form, he doesn't provide a lot of offense. You get healing, you get good defensive stability, you get decent attack stats, but you don't get huge offense. You don't get crazy levels of offensive outputs or anything. You're not getting, absolutely insane levels of damage or anything. You're just getting good, consistent offense coupled with great defense. And I think that's the only, not complaint, but the only thing I will say I have noticed definitely about Buu. Secondly, I still haven't decided if transforming Buu to gain the offense is worth it, considering the loss of the evasion. It's going to sound really weird, but in the evil Buu form, he has 50% evasion along with 70% damage reduction. As Super Buu, he'll gain a little bit of defense. His defense will go, for example, from 330k to 400k. It'll go up a little bit more from there. It'll go up to 500, 550. But you aren't getting any damage reduction. You're losing the 50% evasion. You are gaining a lot more offense, a lot more. But for me, it's definitely a space of okay, I don't know, if you're in a defensive situation, if you're I need to definitely survive this turn, I would say you might want to consider not transforming him. Because the thing is you could still evade a lot of attacks and the super, even though it only takes 200k or whatever, but you could still evade the super and also then tank normals. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a catch-22. Generally, I would say the offense outweighs the loss in damage reduction. The loss in evasion. Like I say, his performance overall is great. You can see him here tank the super really well. And for me, like I say, that's the sign that he does great. So, he's not taking a huge amount here either. It's not like he's taking 500k or 600k or something. He's taking 217. So, for that perspective, I would say, probably transforming him is fine in the Omega Shenron event, and probably in any hard event is more than fine. Great unit, great performance. Really impressed. And yeah, that's about it for me. So see you guys in the next one, and bye.